The world is witnessing the most consequential technological arms race in human history. While past conflicts were fought over territory and resources, today's battles are waged in Silicon Valleys and server farms, where lines of code determine the balance of global power. Artificial intelligence has emerged as the ultimate geopolitical weapon. Unlike traditional military assets, AI operates in the shadows of everyday life, influencing everything from financial markets to election outcomes. When China's facial recognition systems can identify individuals in crowds of millions, or when American algorithms predict consumer behavior with uncanny accuracy. We're seeing technology that transcends mere convenience. These systems represent new forms of state power that can monitor, influence, and control populations on an unprecedented scale. The strategic value of AI lies in its dual nature. On one hand, it drives economic growth through automation and efficiency gains. On the other, it provides surveillance capabilities that authoritarian regimes find irresistible. China's social credit system demonstrates how AI can become a tool of social control, rating citizens based on their behavior and restricting access to services for those with low scores. Meanwhile, American tech giants show how data collection can create invisible influence networks spanning the globe, with platforms that shape public opinion and political discourse in ways that were unimaginable just a decade ago. The United States and China have recognized that whoever dominates AI will shape the 21st century. This realization has sparked what experts now call a digital Cold War. Both nations are pouring hundreds of billions of dollars into AI research, racing to achieve breakthroughs in machine learning, quantum computing, and neural networks. The stakes couldn't be higher. The country that achieves artificial general intelligence first will possess an advantage comparable to nuclear weapons in the 20th century. At the heart of this technological struggle lies the semiconductor industry. These tiny chips, no larger than a fingernail, power everything from smartphones to military drones. Taiwan produces 60% of the world's advanced semiconductors through companies like TSMC. This concentration creates what experts call the Silicon Shield, a strategic dependency that both protects Taiwan and makes it a flashpoint for global conflict. If China were to invade Taiwan, global technology supply chains would collapse overnight, crippling industries from automotive to aerospace. The semiconductor shortage during the pandemic offered a preview of this vulnerability. When Chinese factories shut down, car manufacturers worldwide were forced to halt production. Electronics became scarce and prices soared. This crisis awakened governments to the strategic importance of chip manufacturing. The United States responded with the CHIPS Act, allocating $52 billion to rebuild domestic semiconductor production. Early results show promise, with companies announcing nearly $400 billion in additional private investment. Europe launched its own €11 billion investment program. Meanwhile, China accelerated its Made in China 2025 plan, aiming for technological self-sufficiency. These massive investments reflect a fundamental shift in economic thinking. Globalization promised efficiency through specialization, but it also created dependencies that rival nations can exploit. Today's leaders understand that technological sovereignty is as important as energy independence. Countries are reshoring critical manufacturing, even if it means higher costs and reduced efficiency. The goal is resilience over pure economic optimization. The battle extends beyond hardware to the software and data that fuel AI systems. American companies like Google and Microsoft dominate cloud computing infrastructure, giving the United States significant leverage over global digital services. China has responded by building its own digital ecosystem, creating alternatives to Western platforms and services. This digital decoupling is fragmenting the internet into competing spheres of influence, where users in different regions experience fundamentally different digital realities. Export controls have become the new tariffs in this technological war. The United States has restricted China's access to advanced semiconductors and manufacturing equipment, hoping to slow its AI development. These measures have had mixed results. While they've disrupted some Chinese tech companies, they've also accelerated China's push for technological independence and forced innovation in areas where China was previously content to rely on Western suppliers. Looking ahead, the implications of this tech race extend far beyond economic competition. The nation that leads in AI will set global standards for privacy, surveillance, and digital rights. If authoritarian models prove more effective at developing AI, democratic values could face an existential challenge. Conversely, if democratic nations maintain their technological edge, they'll have the power to shape a more open digital future. The race is far from over. While the United States currently leads in foundational AI research and chip design, China excels in practical applications and infrastructure deployment. Chinese companies are rapidly implementing AI solutions in cities, factories, and financial systems. This practical experience could prove decisive as AI technology matures and moves from research labs to real-world applications. The outcome of this technological competition will determine whether the future belongs to surveillance states or open societies, whether innovation thrives under authoritarian control or democratic freedom. As we stand at this crossroads, the choices made in boardrooms and government offices today will echo through generations, shaping the very nature of human civilization in the digital age.